Life has no inherent meaning. We are the ones that bring meaning to our lives. We are not just our identification with our jobs or what we look like or our bodies. We're so much more than that.
We are not our birth certificates. We are not the identities our parents have put on us. We are individual, beautiful, powerful, magical, creative beings. We just have to find our power again. And for me, the primary thing that will change that is self-love.
We really, really are our own worst critics and quite cruel and mean to ourselves. We start to question ourselves, doubt ourselves. I think that was me. I hit a point in my life I couldn't go on any further. It was really quite painful. I had to come up against a lot of self-criticism, judgment. Felt like a dark night of the soul.
The most dreadful thing in life for me ever has been those few times when I was younger, when I was not friends with myself, which then means you're in solitary confinement for at least 80 years or something. You are pretty much stuck with yourself. And that relationship needs to work.
There is a fairy tale which Hasse Andersen wrote about the ugly ducklings. When I was younger, I used a lot of time of thinking about what others might be thinking of me. And I saw myself as the ugly ducklings among my friends. And it took such a long time to find myself and to look in my eyes and said, "You are good enough." The process of accepting oneself is a normal process which starts by itself inside of your soul when you are ready for it.
It's a process, and it's a beautiful one. There's always more to be discovered. There's always more layers. Each time I revisit a part of myself, I have a different relationship with that tricky aspect. It doesn't mean there's a part of myself that isn't still critical. It just means when that part shows up, I know how to handle it. I know how to have a dialogue with it.
I just want to be who I am, a real man, not a fake man. A real man is a man who stands up for who he is and accept himself for who he is. And most of all, I think a real man is a man who understands himself.
The more that we can embrace and bring back into the home of our heart to be loved, the more whole we are, the more we can just be ourselves. Just learning to accept yourself the way you are and let yourself express no matter what that's going to look like, and to not care, to not give a damn, to do it anyway.
We are all a bit touched. And it's about how much courage or the lack of fear that you have with allowing more exotic elements of yourself to display themselves, or whether you have a terror of that. One wishes everyone could express themselves more freely and without fear of censure or needing others to okay everything you do.
Trying to become what other people think I should be is not who I am. That's not the greatest gift that I can give to the world. The greatest gift that I can give to the world is to be 100% authentic Laura. Now, that may mean that comes with some messiness sometimes, some tears, some joy, some fieriness, but that is the gift that I am.
Our authentic creative expression is so unique to us that if you don't learn or find a way to express your uniqueness, that will never be seen in the world. It will never be expressed, and it will die with you, unexpressed, because it can only come through you in your own special way.
I am aware that I just need to live my life in a way that is really clear to other people around me what I believe in. I believe in connecting with human beings and in trying to love each and every person as much as I can.
If you want to live an open-hearted, loving, compassionate life, and those doors of your heart have to be opened up again. Otherwise, we're isolated and alone. When you start to belong to yourself, to your own heart and your own life, and then you start to have compassion for others, it enables me to love the people around me more deeply, in a more real way.
I don't feel like an ugly duckling today. I am extremely happy to finally say, Jan Terje, you are who you are, and you are good enough.
Throughout my life, I've realized that the very, very best me that I can be is just who I am. I cannot be a better Laura than to just be my essential self.
We have to learn to love ourselves. We have to learn to be really, really good to ourselves. We need a revolution, and the revolution needs to start from our own self-worth.
Thanks to all of you who helped make this film possible. All of our films are totally crowdfunded. So if you'd like to continue to support us on our journey, check out our Green Renaissance page on Patreon.